Hey, good morning, CEOs. How you guys doing? Yep, you guys caught your man, CEO 369, finishing up a workout. Actually, I feel like I want to do another set, but before I do something amazing came to me, and I said I can't wait till the afternoon because I get really busy. I think I might be trying to start most of my uh, time that I spend with you guys doing my morning session. And real quick, the title of mine is CEOs, It's Time to Rise, Lead Through Despair. And I hope, like you guys, for myself, it's been a lot of things that have been going on. I call it for myself inner turmoil. So I have not been doing too many shows. I've been really contemplating some of the things that are going on, both in this world as a whole, but what I see as it gave me pause, time to reflect, to think about some things. I truly love YouTube, everything that it offers, everything it is just packed up to be for those of us who are striving as creators, entrepreneurs, and high level operators. Excuse me, having a little bit of coffee this morning. But as you can see, with everything that's going on, it just seems like things are really dim. A lot of stuff that's going on, whether you got, life is just be lifing, or you just have determined within yourself that you see things better or greater than what they are currently going on in this world. And I think if you're feeling like everything is crumbling around you, guess what? You're not alone. You know, every great leader, has faced despair. But here's the difference: those who rise in these moments, we define the history. We're history makers. Chaotic and nutburger as it may seem, I want to let you guys know today I'm here to remind you it's time to rise. We have it within ourselves. We owe it to ourselves. We owe it to our children. We owe it to our grandchildren. You know, I yesterday, I don't know if my wife was doing a video. I was outside doing the backyard, and I'm gonna show you guys these little crazy things that fall from the tree, not the pine cones or the other things that branches or whatever. They're these little knobby, pokey things, and they irritate me to no avail. Whether you're walking in very hard shoes or whatever, they can get you off center, they can get caught in your lawnmower. But these things are like spurs under the saddle affecting a horse. If you ever ridden a horse, I just want to tell you that I've been having a really big challenge, with some of the things that are going on. And I have determined within myself that I am going to persist, that I am going to continue to build that greatness that's within inside of me. And I want you to build the greatness that's still inside of you. Yes, we're still in the month of March. Today is March 17th, 2025. And I don't care how bleak and how downtrodden it may seem, you know, some of the things that we have to see and understand that as spiritual beings, coming from the standpoint of the 5 a.m. Club with Robin Sharma and some other great leaders, the Atomic Habit, you name the book, when it's telling us to understand the illusion that we are seeing right in front of our eyes, we have to see our greatness within it. The illusion of rock bottom, that's what they call it. Rock bottom is a perception. And I say this because I remember when my daughter was very young, and it was like before the Netflix had even become a big thing. She said she just liked to chill with her friends, and we were with a counselor, and the counselor basically said, as parents, you have to let your child hit rock bottom, because every time we swoop in as parents and catch them with the issues or problems that they may be facing, they never really understand those tough times. And what it tends to be, it looks like the end is often the setup for great transformation. And I truly believe that. I myself personally, I remember I lived in the state of Washington when Howard Schultz, CEO of Starbucks, was just newly creating that franchise, that business, that company that is a huge manifestation. But his ideas, he got rejected over 242 times before building Starbucks. And even myself, growing up, in my environment in St. Louis, Missouri, for me, myself personally, it was really tough times. If you ever, I mean, growing up in the Midwest, in the ghetto, you may not have grown up in the Midwest. You may have had your own ghetto in your mind, but I had to find my way out. Even though my mom moved us to Los Angeles, California, things were still rough and tough. And I think I told my wife last night, it was like swimming like with a school, like being a school of fish. And the some of the things that were going on, whether it was the crime, whether it was the gangs, whether at during my time, it was a crack cocaine epidemic that hit pandemic, if you want to call it that. Uh, I saw an opportunity to go in a different direction. And that's when I was graduating high school. I had the chance to go to college, but I was like, something was inside of me to say, strive for higher. And yes, I chose to join the military. And upon joining the military, gave me a whole different trajectory and outlook in life. And I took that and I ran with it and I never looked back. But in our lives, some things, your current struggle, is just another chapter. It's not the whole book. We are writing the chapters in our lives. For me, myself, I got, I told you guys that I day trade. And last night, the other night, I wrote some notes. I don't know how well you can see it. I have small handwriting. But from what my mentor told the group of us inside the inner circle about day trading in 2025 and the strategy he wanted us to focus on. So over this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I've been doing what they call back testing. And back testing is a method of starting to see the candlestick patterns and how it's moving. Not necessarily that it's going to move in that same way, but you look for the opportunities for entry and you set your take profit and you also set your exit. That way, when the market may have certain volatility, like it's been in this downtrend as of late, you don't lose a huge amount, but you set yourself up for the opportunity to take profits. The ratio sometimes a 1 to 2 ratio. Like if you put $100 in, you want to try to make $200. He started saying when you're just starting out, he's been doing it for 8, 9 years, you may want to start out at a 1 to 1. For every $100 you put in, you want to make $100 and just grow it. It's like compounding your finances in that regard. So for me, like I always talk about, our mindset, our psychology, our heart set, emotions, our health set, how we physically look at things in life, and our soul set, our spirit. We need to give attention to all of it and make these certain CEO mindset shifts in everything that we come into. Like I told you, I wanted to start probably doing minds during the day because I have a lot going on, like I'm sure you guys do. So I like first shift, three mental shifts that I want to talk to you guys about for overcoming despair. Or I call it despair, you might call it something else. But simply for the first one is detach and observe. Now, looking at a situation, call it a problem, call it something difficult, as if you were advising someone else. Sit yourself on the other side of the table and become that counselor. Talk to yourself about things, whether you write it down, like I just showed you guys, my little journal. I told you about the day trading, and give yourself wise counsel, even if it is that you might pick up the phone and call someone else about a situation that you're dealing with. and take that wise counsel. I told my wife I wanted her wisdom last night. I mean, the other day I was outside, not yesterday but Saturday, and the bees are buzzing all over the place. The weather, we had a cyclone, that was crazy over the weekend. But the next day, I saw this wasp, right, and we have a floodlight on our backyard, and it went down behind the floodlight. And I was like, oh no. So I went and got the can of wasp and bee spray. I don't mind the other bees, but wasps, they like to build nests, and I'm not trying to fill that, So I was like, came in and said, babe, I need your wise wisdom. You're my sage. I told her the story. I said, I want to spray inside of that area because of wiring and everything like that. I don't want to affect the so I said I was thinking about spraying around it. And she goes, yes, spray around it because I believe that'll get in there. And that wasp might say, yeah, I'm not coming back to this place. I don't necessarily want to kill him, but I want him to go somewhere else. You know what I mean? uh Number two, daily non-negotiables. Start your day with discipline. If you own your morning, you already know, as Robin Sharma would say, if you own your morning, you're definitely going to elevate your life. So own your morning, take some time, see what it is that you've done that's really awesome in the way you want to start your day. And I think you guys will have a fantastic outcome. Number three, the power of micro wins and small wins. Micro wins, small wins compound. I just told you guys about the day trading aspect. Get that small win, one for one. Find one thing to improve, no matter how small. Like I said about my coffee, if you make a good cup of coffee, sometimes that kickstarts your day off. And I think that's important for a lot of us. Whatever kicks your day off, have a breakfast, uh, pack your lunch, you know, just smile. Be the first one to smile. Be the first one that says good morning, even in some tough times about things that you have to do. What I'd like for you guys to do, I'd like for you guys, if you wouldn't mind, to like, to share, leave me a comment. You guys have been fantastic. Some people have been saying, hey, I haven't seen you in a minute. It has really been, it's important to me when I see that the new subscribers that have come on board. I'm not worried about the numbers. I'm not worried about the subscribers. I want the authentic Chauncey to reach into this recording to begin to impact a life. So if you wouldn't mind, drop me a comment. That would be amazing. It would be super awesome. I really, really, really would appreciate it. Now, this becomes the piece I believe, and as I dealt with myself over this weekend and talking with my wife, my daughter, some friends about things, and I think that's why I was outside after the cyclone had hit. And prayers go out to all of those cities and states where men and women uh, lost their lives, the injuries. I mean, total residencies devastated. Something about Mother Nature, all you can do is sometimes brace for that impact. Last night, I mean on Saturday, we could feel the house shaking and things going on. I literally stayed up and watched it. My wife went to bed. My Roddy went upstairs to be by her side, but you could feel the rain. You could feel the wind swirling and doing its thing. But I'm here today. Everything's okay. But for those that did have whether it's fatalities or loss of property, devastation, I oftentimes see that, and I'm just going like, I wish I could do more for those people, but also I know that just prayer, and if there's an opportunity, that I like to present it. But the thing that I was going to say is that truly tap into your greatness, what it is about you that's very important. I would like, if you have opportunity, take a moment to close your eyes and think about that hardest time you've ever overcame. What did you do? What mindset did you have? You know, and now apply it to today's challenge that's going on. I see mine as my focal point. I've been blessed beyond measures. And when those things do come up, I look at it like it's an elephant, and then I try to figure out what part can I deal with first. Is it going to be the trunk? Is it going to be, you know, the backside of it? What areas? How am I going to break this down into the smallest portion of it that allows me as a CEO, things that I'm creating, my entrepreneurship, as well as operating at a high level, everything that I need is already within me to deal with my challenge. I just need to know, you know, how am I going to get through this storm? I've done it before. I need to know how I'm going to be able to do it again. And also, how will I rise again in this process? And some of those type of things just lead you to, for myself, I always have affirmations or different things that I tend to do. You know, one that I have my daily mantra, one of my mantras is I lead with resilience. I adapt and then I rise because it's critical for me to tap into that as I'm going about the daily things that I'm doing. At work, we have a huge inventory going on right now. And as supervisors, I've set Fridays up that I sit with each of my employees to have that one on one, whether they're part of the property, I mean, correction, the budget team, handling all the finances that are going on. I oversee that, but they help with the execution of it. If you're part of my facilities, and there's a lot that goes on in my facilities, all of the things that deal with our building that we're actually a leaseor of. I mean, a leasee dealing with the leaseor, dealing with the property manager, our headquarters folks. How do we engage and ensure that these things are happening? Also, whether it's our fleet inventory, our job, we have major operations that go on. And so our men and women have to be ready that their vehicles operating during such time of a continuing resolution, or CR as we like to call it, to ensure that they're maintaining preventive maintenance on their vehicles, making sure the upkeep, just like your own personal vehicle. Another thing that we tend to look at for HR, we have men and women that are retiring, men and women that are onboarding, men and women that are transferring, you know, hundreds of people, and you have to keep your table of organization moving in that right direction. Whatever yours is, that's what you have to tap into if you are to be a leader. And sitting down with each one of my subject matter experts, uh, I look to them to provide me data or communication, so then I can help with the execution of it. Our property, you know, whether it's your phone, whether it's your laptop, whether it's your, you name it, we have thousands and thousands of pieces of property that we have to account for doing inventory. And each individual person within my area of responsibility must bring their property, have it accounted for, and then be about their business. And then finally, I have five departments as travel. You know, is it mission critical, especially during the time where the government right now is facing major, major obstacles? Our new administration has different from the previous administration, Biden to Trump's administration. How are we dealing with our travel and showing that it's mission critical to our operations? So for me, those are the facets of my life that, I mean, it seems like it's a strain at time. I I say for myself, what is yours? It could be just getting the kids up. It could be that you're going to school. It could be that, you're looking over your finances. It could be that husband and wives. It could be just you as an individual person, putting those things in order so that you can have a call to action as the CEO. These will be my final words. I say, I believe that you're built for this. You know, Now, the fascinating part is that you have to go out there and lead, no matter what your situation is, not just for yourself. Now, that's utterly important, because if you don't take care of yourself first, You can't help others. But for the people who are counting on you, and that is oftentimes the most difficult thing for us. It's like, man, you do not realize what I'm going through. Take a moment if you can, you know, be it when you're starting your day for yourself. I got to still get upstairs and go take a shower, or take a moment during your break time, take a moment in the afternoon when you get home from work, whatever space that allows you. And again, like I did, journal, put some things down. It doesn't have to be writing a big chapter book or anything like that, but engagement. I always ask you guys for your comments, and I look for those key takeaways. Someone helped me immensely just this morning. I'll say who it is. It is Explore with Meg. She had something with lions and water buffaloes. Now, if you've ever seen water buffaloes in person, those things are massive. But lionesses, when they go out to hunt, they go out in packs. And also water buffaloes go out in packs. But the thing of it is that engagement, though it was a restream, it hit me. And I thanked her. I say, hey, thank you for this because it is very, very important. We have our own challenges that it seems like pack of lionesses are often coming at us, and we have to figure out how we're going to get out. And sometimes we have others that come alongside us to help us get through those rough patches. So I want to encourage you once again to like, subscribe, and share this video. If it, with another uh, leader who might need this message, uh, I'm going to try to start. I'll have primarily my morning session, so you'll probably see me in my workout clothes. But it's important for me to establish a time that will give me great benefit during my day, throughout my day, and as I come back home, whether it's from work or from play or whatever, then I can be 100% with you, with my community. My community is important to me. I want to be able to talk next time about building loyalty in the team because I believe a strong leader is nothing without a strong team. And you guys are my team. I'm your team when I come to your channel, and I wish to give you, as I always say, both the honor for myself so I can honor you, the love so I can love you, and the respect so I can respect you. So, whatever the challenge, I use the word despair today because of some things that were going on with myself. But I want you guys to feel that you are strong leaders. I want you to know that you're a strong leader, not just to feel it. I want you to know it. And again, I said it earlier, but as my mentor, Robin Sharma, would say, if you own your morning, you will elevate your life. Guys, hey, I appreciate you. I love you. You guys have a great start of your day, and we'll talk soon.